Whew. I'm glad this is not a solid core door. If it was, it would just take me a little bit longer. I put the little hinge pins, my nail bag. I usually have a rag to keep my hands kind of clean. When I get done, I need to check on the door because it's painted white and clean off any little marks. And what am I going to use for that? Yes, sir. Simple Green. That's my cleaning product that I use for just about everything. If I can't get it off with Simple Green, chances are it may not be able to come off. Or I'll try something else. But generally, I'll try the Simple Green first. That's good for all kinds of stuff. You know, grease. And the thing I like about Simple Green is once you put it on there and clean it, wipe it off and stuff, it still is cleaning as long as it's on there, as it's drying. It's cleaning still. Did you know that? Yeah, Simple Green. Love that stuff. Okay. Don't put the pin in very far. Get it at least the top two knuckles, like that. I'm not going to tap that down yet until I get the rest of the knuckles in on the rest of the hinges. You just don't do it that way. See, now I tweaked that one out, and I'm just going to have to adjust it, and I can hold my hand back here and know that I can push it a little bit. There it is. That's the one that I bent down. Okay. As for the bottom, you probably want to see the bottom one, don't you? We'll get you down there. Usually on the bottom one, you just have to kind of hang on to the door over here and kind of pull it. Generally pull it, but I just feel it here, and this one I don't have to pull much. It went right in because that one had been tweaked ever so slightly. Then I get my dikes out. I put them upside down this time, right up to the bottom of the head. And I'm going to put that down in there. I'm still not going to tighten it. I'm not going to tap those down yet until I know I don't have to take that door off again. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay. That's what I'm hoping anyways. You hoping? Well, you probably want to see this, don't you? Now, you can take the hammer and you can do this, but you got to be careful because the back edge could hit your door. You could hit this a little bit and start banging like that, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I see what Joe means now. Now I've got marks on my door, my nicely painted door, my nicely stained door that I haven't had to touch for years, and now I see some scratches where I tried to take and pound the hinge pin in, just like Joe told me not to. Now I understand why he went to the effort of explaining that on why to do it like that instead of the other way. Okay, I'm going to close that door. I'm going to close this door here. And we have liftoff. Let's take you over there, down and dirty, right where the action is. We're going to see what happened here. This gap looks a little closer, doesn't it? Just barely. Let's just see. You've seen that I only closed this door once, right? Let's see what's happened here. It's not hitting now, is it? Look at that. This door's not hitting either. That one wasn't before. I got a slight little gap in here now, don't I? A little bit less from here to about there, but it's closing properly. See the gap that I have down there is fine. I'm going to look up here. See the gap going up? That still looks good. Let's get you up there high. That's why I've got my ladder. Here, I like this step stool, by the way. It's 3 rungs and it's a nice fat rung on the top. And look how wide the stair treads are. That will prevent you from twisting your ankle or falling. And I like how this goes way up high. Some of them only are down low. This baby, it didn't cost much more than a 2-stepper. Why not get the 3? I mean, I'm up on here. I can almost reach the 10-foot ceiling. Actually, no, 9 foot or so. Okay, let's take a look at this here again. Look at that. It's almost about the same right there, isn't it? I was hoping that was going to be up just a hair more, but it's still within reason, you know, even after tweaking that hinge a little bit more. Now see, if I want, and I look over here, I got a nice gap there. You see up there? If I did bend this hinge one more time, do I have enough room in order to do that? You look at that and you answer that. Do I have enough room? Yes. See that gap? It's a nice gap. But see there, do I have enough room to move the door to the left a little bit more if I wanted to? By bending those hinge knuckles a little bit more on that one? Yes, I do, don't I? And then that would just raise that up just a hair more, wouldn't it? Oh, I think I'm going to do that by Joe. The things Joe does, I just do this because I've checked all this stuff. It's like this is what I live right now for the last 15, 20 minutes. This is my life right here, fixing these 2 doors and getting them so I don't have to look back on these doors when I get done. Yeah, I could have done this, I could have done that. Why didn't I just spend a few more minutes raising that up a little bit higher? I don't want this to sag anymore. Chances are this could sag in the coming years, maybe 5 years from now, depending how often you use this, how much of your pin starts rubbing the inside of the knuckles, how old your hinges are, how much slop you have, whether or not your walls are going to settle again. There's no 100% to say that I'm never going to have to look at this door again. But if I do have to look at it, I know comfortably I can make whatever adjustments I need to without having you look at it and say, oh yeah, there's where Joe fixed it. Look at that hinge over there. Look at all the marks on that hinge pin or the hinge knuckles. Look at that over there on the inside where those screw heads are sticking out, where he put some finished nails trying to nail into the door jamb. Or look at the marks, you know, whatever it is. You're not going to look at any of that because when I get done with this, it's going to look like I never even touched it. And you're going to be like, wow. That's my hope anyways. All right, so let's take this door down again. I pretty much don't have to explain to you what I'm doing. If you've been watching this entire video, you know exactly what I'm going to be doing, don't you? Taking this off. You're gonna get good at this, and once you do a few things on one door, you'll be like, okay, no big deal. I know how to do that. I can do that on a different door. It's gonna be like old news to you after a while. Repetition, repetition, and repetition. That's what it takes. Just gonna get this door out of the way. You're gonna be a door guy pretty soon. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, but I don't know how to do all the other stuff, Joe. I don't know how to install the handles, or how to replace a handle, or how to install a door bumper, or how to adjust a strike plate, or how to fix this door a different way. But you will if you keep watching. Because I've gone through all that stuff. Installing new handles, replacing handles, fixing strike plates, adjusting strike plates, reaming out strike plates, fixing deadbolts, mortising out a latch. All that kind of stuff is on my YouTube channel. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this one again. I'm just going to set this up here. Just get you down there a little bit. Okay. Just going to show you that I don't just talk about it and then shut the camera off and then 2 seconds later turn the camera back on and say, okay, I did the work.